Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? KMB the Sexy Ninja here for C Plus Studios, and welcome to the New World Podcast, brother. And that's right, that's fucking finally. I finally watched Rampage. I'm finally on. It was on Friday, January 27th, 2023. I just got done with the show. They were in Lexington, Kentucky, and on commentary with JR, good old JR, Jericho, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. Like, great chemistry between all four. And you know, it was funny, I was like, is that Jericho? And you know, I think I probably sat down, probably saw the first Rampages when they first were coming out, but I actually sat down and I really enjoyed the show. They started off with the banger, bro. Wheeler Yuta versus Hangman Page. You talk about these two taking each other to the limits. I had a lot of fun, man. And Hangman Adam Page is sending a message to Jon Moxley, and their big rubber match is coming up on Wednesday Dynamite. I was, the whole time I was, I bet you my neighbors thought I was fucking dying, because there was a lot of like, holy shit, and oh my god, damn, the man's dead, you know. And they start off the show really, really fast, because they're already in the ring, both these wrestlers, and this show is only an hour long, so talk about packing a punch as much as you can. But Hangman Page for the win. He's sending a message to Jon Moxley and saying like, yo, I'm gonna tear your head off. I'm gonna knock you out this Wednesday. So damn, that was a good match. Wheeler Yuta, dude, is uber talented, man. I really like this dude, and you know, and with this show Rampage, the main reason too, I think the main reason that I'm gonna be watching Rampage more is just because I'm always out of the loop on stories, especially when it comes to Dynamite, and they're talking about, you know, the stuff with like Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, everything, you know, the Golden Globe thing and Best Friends and all these other storylines that kind of connect in Dynamite, but Rampage is still its own thing. You know, there's certain things I'm like, oh, that's where it's from, and Eddie Kingston stuff with the House of Black and stuff like that, you know. So I'm just like, you know what, if I want to stay in the loop, I gotta watch AEW Rampage, and I'm really glad I did. And so we had they showed some interviews from Dynamite, you know, exclusives, Action Andretti and Ricky Starks talking about the Jericho Appreciation Society and how with that match they lost on Dynamite was because of a baseball bat and this and that. But they're saying, yeah, well, and Ricky Starks is like, I can beat you, Jericho. You know, I can beat you. Like, you know, you bring it. Bring it, bitch. That's what I got from this Eddie Kingston promo. And like I said, this Eddie Kingston promo, I was just like, oh, Eddie, you know, I really don't see you as much, and maybe I should go check out Rampage, because I love me some Eddie Kingston. Like, and I like what he had to say about, because I was looking into it a little bit with the House of Black, how they've been messing with them, but going on, you know, these mind games and stuff like that. But he's like, I'm ready to go home. I'm listening to the House of Black. So, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Satnam Singh, I hope I said that right, with Sanjay Dutt versus the Best Friends and Danhausen. Danhausen, the tiny guitar, brother, the tiny guitar mocking Jeff Jarrett. Oh, they're with Orange Cassidy. I can't get enough of Orange Cassidy, man. And, you know, that tiny guitar made me pop, man. It made me laugh so hard. I was just like, that is amazing on so many levels. You know, fuck Jeff Jarrett. But they, Jay, Jeff, and Satnam, they won this match. But this was a trios match, and I really did enjoy this. This was just a lot of fun. A lot of great spots with everybody. Just this was just one of those fun matches, and it's a fun little storyline, you know, with this Golden Globe thing, and you know, with tiny guitar. And I was like, okay, now this is what I wanted, you know. And as much as I don't like Jeff Jarrett, you know, I gotta say this was fun, and if I can get more of this, especially with this whole, you know, with Best Friends and Danhausen and Orange Cassidy with against Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Singh, like, bring it on. I'll take it any day. And tiny guitars, man. I hope sales for tiny guitars went up, because they are now cursed. Great match. And I will say this, I wrote this note just because I was watching Monday night, I was watching the AFC and NFC games, and ever since I've been started watching AEW Dynamite, Excalibur has the perfect picture-in-picture, you know. So now every time when I'm watching football and everything like that, and they go into the, you know, picture-in-picture and everything like that, I hear Excalibur in my ear telling me that we're going to picture-in-picture, you know. So thank you, Excalibur, for that. There's nothing but love and respect there, brother. You know, we had Renee with Ruby Soho from Dynamite, you know, all these backstage interviews. I like that they kind of cut those in just to keep the storylines going. Britt Baker interrupts because Ruby was got the assist from Britt Baker, and Britt Baker goes and says, hey, you need to, I see some form of talent inside of you, so maybe you should, like, join me and me, you know. So the storyline's building there. We'll see what happens on Dynamite. We had Powerhouse Hobbs versus Tony Mudd. There's no this was a squash match to add to the book of Hobbs, and this you know, Powerhouse Hobbs is a big monster. Like, this dude is huge, and I saw poor little Tony Mudd in the corner online. Poor Tony Mudd. Tony Mudd gonna die. You gonna die? Powerhouse Hobbs gonna powerhouse you right to the mat. That's what he did. Of course, Powerhouse Hobbs wins. I was laughing the whole time because, like, there's no fucking way that Tony Mudd has a chance in hell. We had a backstage thing with the Top Flight, you know, talking about bringing on AR Fox, and they're looking at the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, the Elite, for those trios titles, and they issue a challenge and everything like that. So we shall see what goes on from there. Top Flight and AR Fox versus the Elite. Fuck yes. Bring it on. AR Fox, I was introduced to AR Fox through AEW, and after that I became a huge fan. Great spots. Like, this dude is just awesome. And Top Flight is a really great tag team, and the fact that they're gonna go and challenge the Elite for those trios championships, I'm like, bring it on, baby. That's just good television. That's good television, baby. That's good television, you know. And I gotta say how much I love JR on commentary and how much I miss him, because, like, I'll go back at the start of the show, they were already like, blah, blah, blah. Look like they're gonna whoop some ass. There's always some ass kicking in the ring. I'm like, oh, JR, I just fucking love you. And I gotta say, with this commentary team, JR, Jericho, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone, they were all playing off each other. It was so fucking fun. You know, it was funny. They're like, especially with Jericho playing up the heel stuff and talking about this and that. You know, everyone's interactions on this commentary team was fun, and it was a blast and a hoot. It was a hoot. Dustin Rhodes backstage had a really terrible month and everything like that, and, you know, he's back now. He's back to work. You know, got to rip the Band-Aid off, he said. But Swerve interrupts, and man, the balls on this kid. Swerve, man. And he tells him, your brother ain't shit. And then he mentions Dusty, and then he's like, yo, you better get out of my face. Is this the smoke you want? You know, and I could just see in Dustin Rhodes, like, I was like, ooh, Swerve versus Dustin Rhodes. And a shout out to Dustin Rhodes, man, for showing some love to his brother, Cody, and, you know, the bond ship in this professional wrestling game. And I just like, he says, bring it home, brother. Bring it home after a huge night at the Royal Rumble. And, you know, and Cody Rhodes' tribute to the Elite and, you know, everything like that, you know, Bullet Club. It's all building, and I'm glad that the Rhodes brothers are standing strong, you know. So we have Mark Henry, and this is, I've seen this online, you know, it's time for the main event, you know, with Mark Henry, and I've been hearing this thing, and I finally got to see it in action with Mark Henry, and I like it. I don't know why. I like the idea of, like, hey, now, you know, they build up the main event for the Women's World Championship Eliminator match between Jamie Hayter and Emi Sakura. Bruh. Oh my God, these two, Emmy and Jamie, they went to town on each other. Emmy and them chops, both those women's chests were lit the fuck up. And I was having a damn fucking good time with this. I was just like, okay, let's do this. Let's check this out. And man, just one thing after another. And I was like, fuck yeah. You know, these two went at it, and it's just my hat's off to these ladies, man. you know, and Jamie Hayter really brought it to the table. And I gotta say, if we're showcasing this on AEW Rampage, I need to tune in every single week to see what's going on, because I'm seeing a little bit more of the roster. And I think my complaints of, oh man, I wish, you know, this person, I don't see this person on the roster, don't see this person on the roster. Well, they're on fucking AEW Rampage, KMB, so you need to watch some AEW Rampage, and I should check out AEW Dark. So more to come, ladies and gentlemen, with this podcast, with the New World podcast. I know everyone's enjoying it, everyone's enjoying the reviews and stuff like that. So I'm finally on the AEW Rampage wagon, and I am all in for the ride. So I give this show a solid 5 out of 5. I had a good time, and an hour of television, and how packed everything was inside this nice package. You could definitely tell Tony's getting better at booking shows. Like, he knows where everything needs to go. And I gotta say, if he has to have a writing team or some form of like creative team to help him build these shows and where we're going to put these matches and stuff like that, to start the show off strong with Wheeler Yuta and Hangman Page down to Jamie and Emmy in this women's world championship eliminator match. Man, 2 solid book-in matches for this show, and the fact that it's an hour, it goes by and you're like, oh, I had a good time. That was a nice dose of professional wrestling, you know. So I give this show a solid 5 out of 5. The show was January 27th, 2023, in Lexington, Kentucky. So good times right there. I can't wait for Raw tonight, and I can't wait for AEW Dynamite, now SmackDown and Rampage, double dosage on a Friday night, and I'm still catching up on everything else in the world of professional wrestling, but let's keep on going. Let's do this journey together. I love every single one of y'all. Remember, like and subscribe, and drop those comments below, and share with your grandma, share with your grandpa, share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KM, the Sexy Ninja, and remember, the New World podcast is for life, brother.
Jon Moxley is now next.
You see that? I'll see you in 1 week.
A tremendous victory for Hangman Adam Page.